Let's try this for the third time without interruption. It's your Uncle Vinny. I've had a stressful day. I want to extend the soapbox to relax, and that's what I'm going to do. And if somebody else calls, piss on them. I don't want to hear it, don't want to deal with it. I want to escape into the world of cardboard, and that is what I'm going to do. So, without further ado, as Dave Archer would say, probably seen too much of this. This is Synergy. Those are the codes. 2021 Synergy. Then we go some more Synergy out of this box. This is 1819 Synergy. There's the back. Postseason Perfection. That's the regular base insert. Base insert kind of sounds oxymoronic, but they make a parallel to 199. It's green. I might be able to find one in this box. Speaking of green, there's out of 1718 Synergy. It's the first year. The acetate. See the finger? See the finger? They had red codes, the base, which is numbered. Then you had your blue. Then you had your green. And then I think there was a purple, maybe? I don't know. I have to look it up. We will discuss in further detail in later episodes of Extending the Soapbox. So that's that. Let's see what we got here. Speaking of the blue, there's the blue out of that year. $17.18. What else do we got in here? Let's see. Oh, this wasn't supposed to be in here, but we'll show it. And I'll show it again later. Love this card. It's out of ice. Clear Cut Winners. They have a version that's numbered. This is not the numbered version. And you can't see the finger. You can see the finger right there. But I like how it's a window right there. So that's out of 2004 Upper Deck Company. So that's probably 0304. But that's going to go up here because that's in the wrong package. Okay, let's do some tributes to Jeff Morris and put a pile of Pacific together. So we have Pacific Complete. So these were inside various Pacific products, including Pacific. So there's the Pacific Complete. So it was almost like a set within a set. Vanguard, and there's variations of this, purple, gold, but that's just the regular one. And you never know with Pacific, there might be a hobby version of the base, and there's probably a retail version of the base. So you really got to get into that when we talk about this in further detail. Titanium, 2001 private stock titanium. That's what we like to call shine, everybody. I know people like the smell of vintage in this hobby, but if you tell me this isn't cool, well, we'll just leave that alone. Why not? Let's go really crazy. Here's the artist proof out of Score. Artist proof out of Score. Put it right there. So Pinnacle World Score. See it right there. I think this is 95, 96. Nope, this is 96. Yeah, 95, 96. Or 96, 97. I can't remember. Let me see. This is 96, 97. So this is 96, 97 artist proofs. There's different version of artist proofs. So One day the soapbox will extend and we'll go through that. Here's Pinnacle Summit. Just clean cards. Look how beautiful. Base cards. Thoughtful. Lemieux. All that stuff. And there's different versions, parallels of this with artist proof and ice. Put that in the score pile. Let's see. Is this, nope. So this is Jeff Morse's, one of his first sets. Somebody put a sevens flap on this thing. Let's tear that off. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's a sample version of this, and then there's a red retail and premiere date and what have you. I think, is this the one that has the red retail and a red hobby? Maybe. We'll discuss at a later time. But that's pretty cool. It's heads up. So here's playing off of Pinnacle. We go when Panini had the old contract. There's a nice Lemieux, mirror red. I think it's $250. Yep, $250. 14 and $250. Gorgeous cards. Some people wonder what would happen if Panini were still making hockey cards. Well, they're not. So, and there's probably not much of a chance for it to occur. So, let's see here. Here's more Panini. There's the Immortals. Now there's versions of this with the mirrors, and it's hard to tell. There's one that's like a frosted version of this, and there's a numbered that's so many a pack, but we'll just show this off. I think this is just the regular one. Beautiful card. So everybody, you know, gets crazy over contenders. Here's classic contenders. And now see, if you see down here, there's always something. And my nails are probably all jacked because we had a soccer tournament in Chicago this past weekend, so I was warming C up and I really didn't care what I felt or looked like afterwards. But there is the contenders. And there's a version of this too that is numbered. Maybe we'll find it in this box. Maybe we won't. I don't know. One of my favorites out of Panini. This is the Father's Day. I just like the shot of him. And they have a cracked ice version of this. This is not the cracked ice version, and it's hard to see the cracked ice version. That's Panini. Let's see. There's another one of those contenders. Always trying to find one that I could grade, but it's very difficult because the bottom of the edges on all of them that I've seen, even more than Lemieux, there is that almost rubbing off of the white on the cards at the bottom. That's some more Pinnacle. Hey, Jeff Morse, my friend. Here's the clear shots. And that is 95, 96, I think. There, we were talking about there. There we go. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at it. This is Pro Set. That's about enough time. This is a new Leaf Pro Set. I just grabbed a couple of them just to have them. Here's a blast from the past. Here's when Action Pack, we're going to do some hockey cards. This is a sample. Now there's two borders on these. This is the regular gold border, and then there's a white border on these. There's some Gretzky, and everybody has these, but these are samples. Don't know how many they made, but I grab as many as I can, as cheap as I can. Okay. There's another one. There were some on ComC for like $3 or $4, and I just grabbed a bunch of them. Dream Team. Now that setup I like. I like the Pittsburgh across the chest. I know they've done variations thereof since, but Dream Team. Ooh, that's a banger. What's this? This is Semic Sports Cards. This is from Sweden. Try to grab these in the Stadion, I think it's pronounced. Try to grab them when I can. Now, Dave Archer got me my first one of these for Christmas one year, but these are hard to find. 96, 97 Leaf, Fire on Ice. $2,500 is very deceptive. Rid of this tape. $21.52. Just beautiful. Speaking of another oddball, these are unlicensed. These are world. So these have different borders. There's green, and then there's green in English, Spanish, French, and then there's like a speckled border that's in English, Spanish, and French. But I just happen to have one of them sitting here because I think this is the one I needed to complete them all. So I grabbed one. And it's under the, if you look on Trading Card Database, it's unlicensed. But it's a cool looking card. And I like the setup, and that's that. Okay. And this is for you, Bobby Burrell. I think this is the SO. I grabbed a bunch of these when we were talking to them on the Insert Revolution podcast, usually Tuesday nights at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the Insert Revolution podcast of the channel of the same name. So that's the SO. And look, it's someone's actually checked stuff off. Is that? I don't know if those are. I need to find another one. Is there another one in here? We need to check if those are already checked out or are those checked off by someone. This is another hard one. This was in the Fleer. There was two types. There was Tops had half the set and Fleer had the other half. Well, in the Fleer part, you had the captains. I pulled the Gretzky. I pulled the Gretzky, I think, and I pulled Mark Messier back in the day. But Fleer captains. So yeah, picks. Yeah, so you had Tops picks and you had Fleer's picks. 96, 97. Not the greatest card. Kind of makes you go, yeah, but not easy to locate. I think it's like maybe one a box, maybe one a case. I can't remember the odds. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, Captain's Choice out of Fleer picks. Like I said, there's a Tops picks too. So carrying on. Some more Panini. These are out of the, I don't know if this is the Father's Day or Boxing Day. It's out of one of them. So those are the franchise something. God, they have, between the tape on here and something. Franchise greats, that's what they are. But these can come in cracked ice and lava and different stuff. I'll show you the back of it. Just clean, beautiful cards Panini did. Then it was downhill from there. But their hockey stuff, chef's kiss. There's some old Parkhurst. And everybody knows they used to have versions of this with the Emerald Ice. But that's the All-Star. Let's see, is this number 1 or 18? So, when Leaf Limited came out, they had the Leaf Limited set, and then they had the Leaf Limited inside Leaf. Well, this is the Leaf Limited set. That's number 1. I think the Leaf Limited, this is the Leaf Limited set out of its own product. That's number 1. I think 18 is the insert. I'll show you the back. Different pictures. Very nice. There's just a Donruss base. I think I pulled this when I was a kid, so. Or actually, I wasn't a kid back then, so. I was getting ready for college, I believe. There's that. So this is the first year of Leaf Donruss. So Perez Steel, if you can see it right there, Perez Steel Galleries. Eat your heart out, vintage collectors. In 1993, he was making these bad boys. Ice Kings. I have the set of this. I think it's, let's see, what number is this? 7 of 10. So there's 10 cards. There's Lindros and Wayne and the rest of the guys are all represented in there. Let's put that there. Then after that, it was Ice Masters. And you can see right there, Perez. So those are the Ice Masters. Later on, they did a version of this that was in Panini, I believe. That was like a Ice King version. But those are the only ones that were the Ice Masters and the Ice Kings. I take off of the Diamond Kings. There's another one of those postseason perfections, but it's not a parallel. So let's see what we got here. So 12-13, we got our taste of Fleer Metal Retro. There's the base that the PMGs are. Let me get rid of this tape. We love blue tape, but for this purpose, no. But this is the shot that the PMGs are made off of. Got this from a Fat Man. Fat Man cards. There is Panini. So this is Select. And that is a Ice, I would guess, or Prism. That's what I was thinking of. That's the Prism version. They call it Ice, but it's the Prism version of Select. Have to have two. There's two. He needed a friend. And there's Zenith. So there's the regular Zenith card from Panini. Now, with that, see, I just saw it. Now I'm not going to find it. It's here. I just got to find out what I did with it. Oh, here's that ESO card, ESO. Yep, those check marks are there, I think. Let me see if they're the same check marks. Unless it's coincidence, they're already checked, so we're good. Showed this earlier. There's another one of those to 250. That's the Mirror Red from Panini, 96, good year. Donruss Elite. So I love all cards, so base, whatever. There's another one. Probably bought a lot and they came in. Yeah, some of these are old from my collection when I was a kid. Definitely from 91 score. This is 96, 97. Parkies, picks. Lemieux has 2 of these. They're 1 out of 1,000. So there's the blue and he has a red one. That's the Parkies picks. I'm going to try to finish putting that set together, but that's going to take some time. Here's another Dream Team. Again, 90s shine, gorgeous. I think I got Dave one of these for Christmas as his Lemieux card when we exchanged gifts at Christmas time. Aha. So we were talking about Emerald Ice. See, the one on the right is your regular one, and there's your Emerald Ice on the left. My left, in my left hand. Because I never know when shooting these videos. Is it going to be right? Is it going to be left? I don't know. Some more ESO cards. We're just going to skip over those. Let's see what we got here. There's another one, Leaf. That's a number 1 too. So that's from the product itself. That's very expensive per box now because the boxes were numbered. So that's something you didn't see back then. There's another one of those. There's another Dream Team. Oh, hologram. There. Oh, look at him. He's lurking back here. Let's see. Nifty 50 out of Pinnacle. These start to get some graining. So it's more Dufix than refractor-ish. But on the front and the back. Shiny. Here is another one. This is Semic. There's a Lemieux from Sweden. One of those oddball cards. And there's the Emerald Ice version of that. Just regular Leaf base. Leaf was, he was a spokesman for Leaf for several years. He was on the boxes, which I'll eventually go through. Another ESO. There's another one of those Immortals. This is, by the time this came out, this is when Upper Deck bought Parkhurst. So, you can see now it's the Upper Deck logo over there. So the other ones where I was shown was not Upper Deck Parkhurst. Maybe they were by that time. Not sure. Like I said, I'm just going through cards right now, not getting into details. Just showing stuff. There's some more ESO. Out of Fleer's picks too. These are dream lines. Imagine that dream line. That'd be the Skyline. You got the Legion of Doom, and you got Wayne Gretzky. Just anything in its path. Gone. Just and if the Waynos and the Blues jerseys. So that's a 10 card set too. Oh, there's another patch card that shouldn't have been in there. So we'll talk about that at a later time. There's another patch card that's in there, jersey card in there. Should talk at a later time. Here's a banger of a jersey card. 4 out of 5 out of artifacts to our hockey trailblazer 011. We'll look at that later on. More out of Panini Limited, which was another brand from Pacific. There would be no Panini stuff. All the names that you look at now would be nothing without Mike Kramer and Jeff Morris and that whole crew of people. There we go. There's hot numbers. That's the first year out of Fleer Flair. Oh, this is cool. If you don't know how to wear a Golden Blades, so on the back, see this little thing right here? You have a decoder, and you put it over there and see if you won, and that's how you get your artist proofs. And then the dealer, when you turned it in, they got an artist proof. But yeah, you had your regular card and you had your Golden Blades to get your artist proof. Another Dream Team. This is out of Topps picks. Now this is the 500 clubs. So 500 goals. This is 96, 97. Must have left some patch or jersey cards in there. Here. It's the Wrecking Ball and Mario, I think. Or is that John LeClair? Let's see. John LeClair, yeah. I forgot. John LeClair came over from Philadelphia or wherever he was at the time. Let's see. So there's that card there. But notice, no Golden Blades on that one. No little thing to scan. Dynamic duos. So there's the Canadian version. There was a American version, US version, but this one was Lemieux, and then on the back was a very underrated player, Kevin Stevens. You know how badass this dude was? He was good, real good, but people often forget. And he's doing a lot of things for the community now. He's a good dude. He got his life straightened out, and he's doing his thing. Love Kevin Stevens. Let's see. Here's more limited. Trophy winners out of limited. Lemieux, and I think there's a prism version, not refractor. So this is numbered to 199. There's some more modern stuff. Here's Black Diamond. So that's 1718 Black Diamond. Just a regular one to 249. So this is the prism version of this, I believe. Yep. So Endless Impressions. That is the prism version. Oh, beautiful prism. That's when they made them pretty dang solid. Let's see. There's some base upper deck. How many boxes of these I bought? I used to go to the cigar stores, and I would pick. They always had upper deck boxes, and I'd save up my money and just bought it between 80 cents and $1 a pack, and I'd go buy boxes at a time. So there's that. There's some good stuff in here, kids. There's another one. Sergei Gonchar, Christopher Letang. There's no Lemieux on here. How'd this get in there? You were not supposed to be in there. Go away. Oh, I love this. Just so simplistic. The old score stuff, snipers. There was this in the Canadian version. Because you had U.S. version, Canadian, bilingual. There was all different kinds of score back then. I got boxes we'll go through one day. Yeah, that's probably, as you can see, focus. It's bilingual right there. All right. And just a pro set with Lemieux and Bob Airy getting a cup. Just random in there. Z teams. Wait, there's two. One for the set, one for not the set. These were hard. Let's see which one has the best. Let's try to get some of this tape off of here so you can see the back. Just gorgeous. Pinnacle. 3 of 18. Now this is hard, and you got to find 18 cards to finish that set. Ooh, it's not a easy task. It's not the superpowers that launched the friendship of David Archer and myself, but that's just a regular ice carvings on a 96-97 metal. So this is not going to get organized well today because I just have too much stuff everywhere. So we're going to put them back in a box, and I will sort them later on. I'm going to keep the newer stuff out and put it together with other stuff. But anything of 2005 back playing day stuff will stay in this box. So let me just make sure I did that correctly. Yeah. Nope, that goes with that. Okay, so those are all playing days. Those can stay in there. All right. What do we got next? 96-97. Parkhurst. Small set, only 6 players for these All-Stars. But I grab these when I can find them cheap. That's when we were East and West and we played a regular All-Star game. God, I miss it. But I digress. Let's see here. Hey, another one of those Captain's Choice. Got to have 2. Possibly 3. One to grade, One to keep raw and one for the set. Then after that, Dr. Exclusive gets cracks at it. Team Pinnacle, the Dufex. So these, one side was Dufex, one side wasn't. And then there was another version where the other side was Dufex and the other wasn't. So this happens to be the Lemieux Dufex side, TP10. And Dougie Gilmore's on the other side. He's not Dufex. Canadian Ice, 96, 97. Lemieux's had a set in here, numbered in 1966. 25 cards of an autograph in there. So I think I got that whole set and the autograph. I was talking to Joe the other day. Can't remember if I had the autograph. But this was a card game. So there's the green and there's the red. Hockey one-on-one challenge by playoff. So there's those. Put these ESOs. Yep, those can all go in here. And we got out of Victory. This is the gold version. Mr. Hockey's Greats. Bronze. I can't remember if it's gold or bronze. But that is a parallel of it. There is Collector's Choice, and I can't remember if this is a winner, a gold winner, or a gold you crashed the game. If that's a gold winner or a gold turner-inner. I think that's the technical term. But like I said, showing cards, not getting into too much detail because my brain don't work out well after the day of work. Special edition. So these had gold parallels to the silvers. 90, 96, 97, 95, 96, or 96, 97. Can't remember. Don't care to recall right now. Again, showing cards. Hey, guess what? Draft picks and prospects. That shouldn't be in there. This shouldn't be in there. It's Upper Deck Retro. This shouldn't be in there. It's a 101, kids. Some old score. Let's see what we got here. We went through all these. That's all playing day stuff. Here's the other hot numbers out of 96, 97. Beautiful. Team Pinnacle, Pinnacle B as they call them. So there's an English and a French version. This looks to be English. Okay. Skybox from the 90s. Countdown to Impact. Got almost this whole set done. USA. Forget what these are called. I think they're just all-star stuff. I have other things to think about other than cards, so unfortunately my memory bank has to be refreshed on occasion. Again, here's another non-licensed thing. A Mario. They used to charge $5, $10 for those sometimes back in the day. What a sort of a ripoff. Let's see what else we got. Another version of the get a little bit of his tape off of there, of the Summit, just to show you another version. Here's the 18. Now this was in the regular leaf set, and this is number 18 of 28. That's what I thought, 28. The inserted set into leaf. Gretzky's great ones. Pulling many of these in my day. '93, '94, the base, Mario shooting. Always loved his shooting guards. Him and Stevens on the bench. And there's Rick Tocchet. It's not Steve Latin back here, but now let's just start burning them. Here is, I think this is the gold. 29 of 106. Private stock, Pacific. Again, thank you, Mike Kramer. Thank you, Jeff Morris. If you ever want to see a Mike Kramer interview or a Jeff Morris interview, who work for those, the IRP, Insert Revolution podcast channel, has those all on there. We have like a 3-hour one with Mike Kramer, and we have a multiple ones with Jeff Morris. And these people aren't just like celebrities to us, they're our friends. Especially Jeff Morris, because we talk to him all the time. I actually text him on occasion. Here's the red Parky Spec for 96, 97. Getting out of 1,000. And just a base of that Summit. Here is that World those are the speckled edges. And I think, would it be in, yeah, that would be the French, I believe. Yeah. There's another Summit Untouchables. Of 1,000. 501 of 1,000. Beautiful card. Out of action packed, or no, in the game action. Oh, Canada. That's playing days. Ah, caught you. Let's see. Another Zenith. Just so you can see the back of the Zenith. They had rip cards too, big ones. I got one of those. I'm not going to rip it though. Another one of those Immortal Certified. That's a numbered one. I forget. That one's the 500. So there's just another version. I can't remember what they're exactly called, but again, once I get these organized, we'll go down that road again. So a lot of times you have to look, see how that's gold. One's a gold and one's silver. So then that's sometimes the difference between hobby and retail. But sometimes the hobby's gold, sometimes the retail's gold. Kept us on our toes back in the day. There's another one of those franchise grades. There's another one. MVP playing days. There's parallels to this. I think there's 1 to 100. I forget what it is. If it's not a silver script. I forget what it is. I digress. We saw this early, but that's a blue version. There's a blue and a red. One's retail, one's hobby. There's private stock again. Crown Royale. There's the red. Various different ones of this. There's the red of another year Crown Royale. In the game, that's the gold version. There's another first edition. I don't think this is playing days. Let me see when this is. No, that is 2002. There's the back. This is the early 2000s because of that gold. I think these might be Coho jerseys. Can't remember. Then they went to Reebok, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember. Another Golden Blades. Another Dream Team. We saw those earlier. Aha. And now here's the Team Pinnacle, the Dufex we were talking about. There's the Lemieux with no Dufex. And the Dufex is on Dougie Gilmore. Do not fall off this table. There's a silver and there's a gold. One's retail, one's... You write all these things down so you remember, because it's not as simple. Private stock titanium. Again, many versions of those. There's that again. This is regular Pacific. I think that's 05, 06. I love that shot of him shooting. And again, there's red, blue. And this is a silver version. Another one of them. Top's pristine. Try to get the refractors and parallels of this. Good luck. I just got a jersey card out of that I've been searching for years. Regular Topps Chrome Lemieux. More Vanguard, just the base cards. Okay. So yeah, we're keeping them separated. So keep them playing days and non-playing days kind of together. So when we go through this stuff again and get into some details, there's another version of our Summit. There's a Zenith again. Now this is just the base of the mirror red we saw. 500, I believe, yep. Love that picture, so I like to pick those up. 9091 Upper Deck. This base stuff was probably in a lot. And that was in the, there's the All-Star. He didn't play, but that has the, those were in the little lockers that you got. The box was a locker. Another Panini. This is beautiful. Panini made these. Forget what they're called. I'm trying to see if there's anything written here. I just know I try to pick them up because I like the picture. Again, love that uniform. And there's a stoic Mario Lemieux. Yeah, 05-06, so we're playoff. No, power play, not playoff, power play. There's the Lemieux from McDonald's. McDonald's, as Ziri would say. Superstar. 9091 base. There's another one. There's another one of those. Out of MVP. These were the classics, and then there's a gold version, I think, of this that's numbered. Another McDonald's. English and French. Okay, gotta go in overdrive. Wife's probably on her way home. We're getting her nails done. So, this is out of all-time greats. Lemieux out of 99. That is post-playing days, so that goes over yonder. Again, a non-licensed card. Sports News. I think it's Sports News. Sports Scoops. Scoops. Special edition, low print run, 10,000 sets. Along those same lines of that other Lemieux. This is Team Canada Master Collection out of $4.99. Mario. Oh, for you, that's not the mirror blue, but that's just the regular blue on a 96-97. They say about 250, 300 copies. This is out of Topps Picks 96-97 fantasy team. Another insert set. There's that card again. And then out of the 96-97, there's a silver and there's a gold version of these. So I think the silver has a purple little thing in the crown. Okay. Black diamond. Circa 05. I think this is 05, 06. Number to 100. Yep, 21 of 100. Where do I put this? I guess I put it over there. This is Dominion. Huh. 88 Lindros out of 125. And there's different parallel versions of this. Just gorgeous. Before they had National Treasure, they had Dominion. Dominion's gorgeous. Speaking of Dominion, there's another year of Dominion. Just subtle, beautiful, black and white picture. There's the penguin. Number to 99. Playing days. Look at this card. Somebody was doing someone should have got a bonus for this. Look at that. Gifted greats. Shooting a puck, shooting a puck. Trilogy to 116 post-playing days. A couple more of these guys from Power Play. SP that was inside the set, and there's a die-cut version. There's another one of those, Georges. More modern stuff. This was 1920 game used. That's the 117. There's a code to figure out the numbering. It's like jersey, birth year, or different things minus a certain number, which I think it's the jersey number to get you how many are printed of each. Very Pacific-ish. 05, 06, OV and Sid's rookie year. Just SB game use, just gorgeous. Another one of these. I think I'm missing one. What number is this? It's like 82, 83, 84, 85. I think I'm missing 82 to 65. I think I have all the ones to 99. Yeah, that's one to 99. Flair Showcase. That's the Executive Lounge. MVP. Script. And again, they make a version of this that's a gold script. Playing days. There's Mario and there's Wino. Trilogy. That's just your regular Trilogy base. Look at that. SPX 0203. Look at that. Hall of Foil out the wazoo. Numbered. Sweet shots. Just, that's your base card, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, people. 0607. There's a lot of tape on this thing. Look I just want to rip some of it off. I'll replace it. But again, SP anniversary, 10 years. These are numbered to 1994, the year they came out. The funny thing, Lemieux wasn't, I think, in that first set when it was standalone. Now, he doesn't have a grand finale in his playing days, so these are post-playing days. So you gotta, here's your regular card, your insert. And your grand finale to 50. It's the only grand finale he has of that. So that is 14-15. Here's something. This is the Canadian version of 50. Exclusive. That's the checklist. So I'm trying to hunt down the other one from this year too. That's Canadian exclusive. Another playing days. Look how pretty that is. Pillars of Strength. Number to 650. Portraits. Upper Deck Portraits. There's another executive lounge. This is the remake. This is out of 13-14. Oh, the autograph one of this is gorgeous too. Blue pen, marker. This one's out of, I think this is 07-08 or 06-07. Can't remember. This is going to be hard. Let's see. There's Mario. There's Wayno. There's Mark Messier. And there's Sid. But SPX Force. Top loaders from my childhood, so I think I pulled this back in the day. Look at the yellowing on that thing. Okay, we saw the gold version, the parallel before. Here's the regular one, the silverish side, which looks good with that blue. Again, another playing days. Early, mid-90s. There's another one, and just in case that one gets lost. Heads Up. This is another Jeff Morris project. So, let's see. Those are both silver. Yep, those are both silver. So, somewhere there's a gold version of this that's either the hobby or the retail. You got to write all this stuff down. If you're a super collector, if that's what they call me, or I collect Lemieux cards. I write all this stuff down so I can keep track of it. That goes on playing days. That's specific. Another one of those trilogy. This was a buyback. Number to 50. There's ones lower. I think there's ones to 99, 50, and then like 5 or 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. 19, 20. Like I said, just showing cards. We'll get down into the depths of it later on. More Gretzky's great ones. Flair. By this time, Upper Deck owned it. Scoring Kings. They do jersey cards of those. Flair Legacy. In case we didn't see the back of the other one, let's do that. There's that. There's that. This is Pacific Main Attractions. Pretty cool card. This is Quest for the Cup. There's variations of this as well. We've over an hour because I talked most of it and skipped around. But that's okay. Sweet shot. I don't know if I had the gold version of this. I'm going to have to look. I don't think I do. It's another one I got to look at for at Expo and other places. Team Canada Juniors 17. Here's the red version of that from Mario. C's being a little loud. 2001 Reserve. There's a die cut version of this. Hard to see the finger because I don't think you can. Oh yeah, it's because you can't, you idiot. Some beehive stuff. I'm working on trying to finish that up because that's short set. Prime from Panini. Look at that. And this is number 2. That's a 25. Georges. More out of contenders from Panini. Legendary contenders. And I think there's a purple and a green of this somewhere. I'll have to find them. There's another one of these things. Here's another gifted greats like you saw that other one. Love this card of him shooting. Just gorgeous. And there's him over the Pittsburgh skyline. Chronology. I think that was one and done. It's your base out of 222. (10-11) SPX. There's another Panini Legends card. Again, can't remember if it's Father's Day, Boxing Day, one of them. Here's another card out of contenders, just black and white photo of him. Numbered, gorgeous. Beautiful picture on the back, like we've talked on the IRP. Different pictures on the front of the back of a card. These are Back to the Future. So you got Lemieux on one side, and you got Gino on the other, numbered to 199. 69 to 199. Close to 160 or to 66. Again, certified out of Panini. Out of 500. I think I got these on Comsi one night, and they were both to 25, and they were both smoking deals. So I think I have 2 of these. Get one of them graded one day, maybe. Hockey Day in Canada, you've seen that before. Lemieux's Best, that's a set out of Leaf. 10 cards. We'll eventually see all those because I have them. Here's another one out of 500. Top Choice Draft 1984. There's different versions of this. Red and blue. Upper Deck Ultimate Edition. This is a hard card to find. So when I see this and I snag it, you're like, how hard could $3.99 be? You'd be surprised. 12-13 Ultimate. Like I said, when I see these pop, I try to grab them. Now here's the regular. You saw the one at 25. Here's the one. I think it's $2.49 maybe. Let's see. Yeah, $2.49. the electric ice from back in the 90s. Then there's a gold electric ice, which I don't have. Still trying to find one of those legendary contenders. Saw that earlier. Can't remember if we saw the back, so there it is. Artifacts 011. There's the Emerald, the 99. 13, 14 artifacts. Another card that shouldn't be in there, so it's going up here. Three more golden blades. I'm trying to buy those to use my detector, or not a detector. The word escapes me. Decoder. To try to see if winners versus losers. Here's some more 90s stuff. You saw that card. You saw that card. You saw that card. Yeah, you saw that card. Probably didn't see this. This is the award winners. PHC7. Not a regular card out of the set, but award winner. Here's the red out of 05, 06. That was it. 04, 05. Pacific, that's the red version. Thought it was numbered, but forget which ones. There's another Playing Days MVP. Just saw that card. Now this is, oh, you wonder why I get a lot of these. That's 05, 06 Lemieux Upper Deck. Well, that's Ovi's and Sid's rookie year. Try to grab those when I can, just to hang on to them. In case somebody's trying to finish a set, I got some. More out of Donruss Elite. I think this is a bicycle playing card. Yep. Queen of Hearts. Regular Summit. If it was artist proof, there'd be a gold ring around that oval there. Flair Ultra. Premier Pivots. Early 90s or mid 90s Playing Days. Another one of those. Hey, I got another one of these too. Gotta figure out what's going on here. So, there's one of those. The 249. Why is there a Super 6 card on the back? Okay, let's figure this out right now. Aha! Looky, looky. There's a Super 6 jersey card. Oh, we need to fix that after this. Okay, a couple more stacks. We went through those. Try not to knock these over. Classic. The Laval stuff. Depending on what leg he's on. There's an autograph. One of his first autographs are in here. But that's when he was in juniors. Here's the press proof of this. See, because it's die cut. Beautiful design. Look at that. Just don't get stuff like this anymore. Enjoying a Diet Coke. This card's cool. This is 04, I think. Parkhurst. Forget what it's called. Yeah, rookie. Just beautiful card. It's a thickie, semi-thickie. Rest in peace, Ricky Russo. And if you don't know who Ricky Russo is, look him up. Just look him up. There's a regular version of that we saw the gold of earlier. So that's the Donruss card, but certain players each had a letter. And they were a special edition, and there was limited special edition 10,000. I think it's 10. 20,000. Even more rare. Okay, we got Donruss Dominators. More Lemieux's best. Name on front. Love that card. Okay. One of my favorite Ultimates, as much as the other one we were talking about, this one too. Look at that design. Rivals the Cup. Another Dream Team. Scoring Kings out of Ultra. Some award winners from the early 90s. 96, 97. Here's your Emerald. Nice. Another set out of Leaf. Lemieux. I got all these. We'll show them one day. So those are all playing days. That goes in that stack. Eat Your Heart Out Paulers Pro Set. Love this card. This is Regents out of Panini. $250 at $4.99. Again, another Summit. Now this card here, Giant Eagle or the Dirty Bird, depending on location. That's your special set from 97 roughly, but that was a set of cards that they did. I have the original ones that I collected in a folder in pages. My mom found it, so my brother's like, I think this is Vinny's. So my brother actually found it, and my mom put it aside for me. Here's the cracked ice. It's very subtle. There's that Father's Day cracked ice. You can see it. Just love that card. More in the game. Dropping cards. So the only difference between this and the ring collection, that's the artist proof. See down there? Down in Boston, right there, artist proof. That's ring collection, because the regular artist proof of this one does not have the defects. Another Pro set that goes over there. There's another one from the Lemieux collection on a Leaf. These are gorgeous. Look at those. That's a base card, everybody, in the game. Just beautiful. Another Scoring Kings from the 90s. Let's blow through the 3 stacks. There's some Overtime. There's a red and a blue version of that. That's more modern. Premier Cuts out of Black Diamond. That's the gold bonus card. Took me a while to find that. I forget if this is... Yeah, that's just SPX. There's some Panini stickers. Ace of Spades. Again, bicycle cards. Another one of those. There's one of the classic cards from Laval. Again, that one's numbered out of 10,000. Be a Player memorabilia. I think this is out of right around 2,000. Good looking base card. I think there's more than one in there. Yeah, it looks like 2. Way to jack up the stuffer. Whoever sent that to me, I gotta fix that too. Pro set. Here's the infamous mirror red that I bought like an idiot. And look at the shape and condition that sucker is. Good Lord. By God, as young Edward Westergriff would say. Okay, we saw that earlier. These are just some SPX. I think these are all the same card. These are out of 06, 07, so these are post-playing days. So you got those. SPX always does it right with the hollow foil. There's a banger. Components, Lemieux and Yags. See the finger? Acetate. Gorgeous. That's what, 1819. This is a toughie. This is out of 25. Lemieux, the Moose, and the Captain. Mario, Stevie, and Mark Messier. 2 of my favorites, and you know what? Mark Messier is in the top echelon of my favorites too, because he's a class act. Clear cut trios. Just bloody gorgeous. This is another one from playing days. You don't see it too often. Looks like you're in a Matrix. Cornerstones. That's circa 02. Clear cut captains. This is out of 14-15. Number 66 there. That's Jersey. That's eBay 101. Maybe it is. No, that'd be out of 100. But this would be the true eBay 101. When you get jersey number, nothing like it. But I don't go for it. If I got to get a card, I don't worry about that. Okay, Hockey Day. Here's a non-licensed thing. I remember picking these up when I was a kid. Teenager. Champions, Lemieux and Jagger. It's like somebody did it on their printer at home. There's the yellow version of that Pro set. We talked that we saw the red. Well, there's the red and the yellow. Yellow. There's another Donruss base. Here's the checklist to that Mary Lemieux collection set out of Leaf. Hard to get these where this isn't jacked up. Foil loss. Another Ice Kings. Perez Steel. And here's another anniversary out of 14-15, I think. Again, a design. That's 20 years, I think. 25 years? Whatever. Gotta pull some tape. SB Game Used. That's more modern. This is a set that Paul's working on. You got exclusives to 100 too. Pinnacle under the Panini brand. NHL All-Star Lemieux. These were send away, I think. GM. Yeah, General Manager's Choice. I forget. I think these were send away. We'll make sure the research department's up on it when we actually go through it. There's another one of those signatures. Be a player from 05-06. This is be a player from 01, I think. It's the Sapphire to 100, I think. Yeah, 17 of 100. That's a base card. Look at that out of SPX. Where's the effort? Saw that earlier. This card I love. This is out of SPX as well. I think this is 12-13. Pittsburgh Skyline. Yeah, 12-13. Just beautiful. I think we showed the variant to 25 a couple days ago on the IRP. That's retirement days. I think this is 99. 99 2000. Silver skates. This was an all-star game. Love that card. Parky's Golds. Playing days. These are out of $4.99, but they're not that easy. 05-06. Outtakes. Beautiful card. There's a Goodwin's Champions. Rando. Is that numbered? 13. That's newer. Well, since the wife was home, it's time to go bye-bye. But I will leave you with this. Check that out. Ain't that cool? We will pick up at a later time. Soapbox or track. Bye, everybody.